Welcome back to our channel. You guys are back. You're joining us again. We're talking all things Married at First Sight. I'm Zar. It's my beautiful husband, Joe. Okay? So first of all, Bao got what her hand called for.
Yeah.
Because what you shouldn't have been doing was shitting where you eat. The reality is that if it did not work out for you and Johnny, which we know Johnny ain't shit, but if it did not work out for you and Johnny, you should not have gone over. You not only wrecked your relationship with Johnny, whatever it could have been, friends or not, right? But then you went on to another castmate, wreck whatever friendship you could have had with that person, because you're really not like a girl's girl. Like if it was mad weird, and guess what? You got that energy served right back to you. And the little young girl that's out there fucking and sucking for McRibs, it's not hot. It's not hot. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something, okay? Ooh, child. They out here in the world selling oxygen. If you ain't out here, at the very least, the least he could do is feed you, you stupid little girl. It just really bothered me. I told you, I felt so dirty after watching it and going through the Reddit. And I'm going to leave Tamara Tells. Let me tell you something. Tamara be telling, okay? But I want y'all to watch this because it was so cringy. And not because I felt like 100% that Zach even did anything wrong. Zach was being Zach. We cannot.
So what she's talking about, for those of you who don't know, just a brief snippet, because it's really not that deep.
Sorry.
Bao and Johnny obviously confirmed that they were together, and then I'm sorry. Bao and Zach confirmed that they were together, and then this girl comes out and says that she was in a relationship with Zach. And says that Zach was cheating on Bao with her. And then she dropped all of these receipts and text messages and voice calls and all of these things.
And then tried to pretend like she wasn't the bad guy.
And then tried to pretend like she wasn't clout chasing. Because at the end of the day, she made this, her stance was, I'm just trying to do the right thing.
She recorded her conversation with this man.
She was trying, it was clear to us. Let us know what y'all think, but it was clear to us she wanted her 15 minutes of fame, because she could have broke up with Zach and talked to Bao for whatever reason she wanted to talk to Bao without making it public, without sending something to TMZ. I don't know if she actually sent something to TMZ, but it was definitely like a clear attempt to be in the public eye.
Let's backpedal on Pussy Pop, right? The reality is that you were never with Zach.
She was never with Zach.
You were sucking Zach's.
She just was. That's the truth about it. When
Let's
you watch
be
it,
honest.
that is really what happened.
You
it
know
was
what
never like in a relationship.
And that's the
He never saw the light of day with her. Like they
literally.
He never even went outside with the girl. Like literally told her, like, I can't go outside, so come to my house. So now this is
and you know what this tells me? We really got to teach our babies their worth, okay? I feel like I need to host Charm School. Y'all remember Charm School?
They got to bring Charm School
Nikki Parker. With Nikki Parker.
Charm School is definitely needed today.
It's so needed. Imagine, okay, in a world where you're messing with a man, okay, you're gonna pretend to us that you didn't know who the fuck he was. Stop.
Oh, that was one part. She said, I never watched the show and I didn't know who he was.
But her
friend told me to DM him.
So you know her friend gave her the rundown. Because
you knew he was married when you DM'd him.
Ooh, y'all, this burnt me the fuck up. Because let me tell y'all something. And I mean this on Beyonce and all the disciples. I wish a bitch would. I would go down to Houston, Texas to light a bitch on fire. Because my thing is this, it's less about him. It's more about the fact that you thought she commented on Bao's post, like, I wonder if she know
that he was sleeping with other women in Houston. The other women was her. But claimed that she wasn't clout chasing or looking for attention. It was just weird. The whole thing was just weird.
It was weird because I don't have a dog in this fight, so I really don't give a fuck.
Right. I mean, it's like...
And usually I'm like, I'm not the kind of girl that'll be like, oh, because it's a girl, I'm going to defend her right to be wrong. No, I'm not that bitch. Most of the time I do cape for women, but the real tea is that Bao decided to date a man who she knew was married, if we keeping it 100.
Damn part.
You know what I mean? and was really low-key rooting for their demise because y'all didn't just talk to each other and found out y'all was attracted. Y'all had been attracted to one another. Well, people like to really pretend like shit just happened, just pop off.
That's true. That's true. People will definitely pump fake.
Thank you, babe.
That's
people
true.
will really pump fake. Like, oh, well, we didn't even know we liked y'all knew from the motherfucking very beginning. The moment that y'all was around each other, y'all knew it was a spark.
Because
Stop it. Why? Because I've been that bitch.
Yeah. Because you already knew, like, somebody sent a smoke screen, you know, or
somebody gave
signal.
One of y'all was lingering to laugh with a little bit too much. Whatever the case may be, you was a little bit too into it, and you knew that before the motherfucking show ended, and that'll be the first and the last time I cake for Michaela. Okay?
This ain't even about Michaela.
But I'm just saying, I feel like it's not about her at all. But what I'm getting at is that I think that the whole situation was effed up, and Bao got what she deserved.
Because what it did confirm was Michaela was a horrible person. Because in the tea that they spilled,
it was piping hot.
In the tea that they spilled, the girl said Zach told me that Michaela hit him, and then I overheard him on multiple occasions talking to his brother one time for like 30 minutes about all the horrible things that Michaela did.
So imagine you being invested in a man.
That.
But imagine you being invested in a man that's sitting up on the phone talking to his family about his wife.
I mean, just the
whole... Do you look dumb or do you look dumb?
The whole idea that she is like...
I can't.
She tried to paint herself as this person who was just like trying to save the world from Zach.
On God, hoes like that is why I love guns. On God! And I mean that shit. And I know y'all think that's a lot, but I don't give a fuck when nobody say, like, you gotta be a certain type of human being to want to inflict pain on human beings you don't even know. You don't even know about. It really took you nothing just to say nothing about it. If it wasn't about the
clout, you could have just blocked Zach and went on with your life. Literally, like, if it had nothing to do with clout, you could have literally just been like, delete, I'm done.
She's sitting up on the interviews. Y'all got to listen to the recording, y'all. Recording this man, everything. And I'm pissed at Zach because, and I told Joe this, and Joe gave me a different perspective. But I said, the problem I have with it is that Zach is handsome. Some people, I can understand the attention. We'll get to you, right? But Zach is handsome enough where he's received a certain amount of attention in his life.
But not like this. Not like the TV show attention is different. And I think this is what I was saying. The TV show attention is different. And it doesn't, when people like Zach do dumb stuff like this, it annoys me less than when I see people who have, like, ball players who have been in the league for 5 and 6
and
years.
They doing
the Tristan Thompsons, the Trey songs, like, where you've been in the limelight,
why are you doing this?
You just doing dumb. Like, Zach is newfound publicity. Like,
and it's like,
you know what I mean?
15 minutes of fame. It ain't
literally. So he really don't even know. He just a kid in a candy shop. He probably got a story like this with 10 other women, which they kind of alluded to. They kind of alluded to, like, he had a bunch of Jones in his video.
But you know what, though? The only reason why I'm going to give Zach his props is that he never made it like this girl was the girl.
No.
Like, when you watch it, he never made it. He might have said things to, tickle her fans. He did enough. But the reality is he never made it like...
He was literally hitting her like, you know what I would love today? Some head.
Did he not say that?
He literally said that. You don't say that to no woman who you courting. You
My
just do not.
Don't say that to me.
I've never, and I, like...
I will bite it off.
No, because, we have fun. You know what I mean? So,
we live a full life.
I'm not saying, but that is
I'm glad you think we have fun, babe. That makes me happy.
It's just like a respect, right? Like, I wouldn't even think. Yeah. I would never think I could talk to her. You know what I mean? I would never think I couldn't say something crazy to her because we.
Yeah,
but it's like
don't give too much. Don't give too much.
You know. But it's like a certain layer of like that just clicks in where you don't even think to speak like that.
He holds me in regard.
You don't even think like let me just do this.
But I'm not saying that he probably didn't send that message before. I'm certain somebody might have received a message like
right,
that.
they probably have.
But I'm saying, like, you do get with certain, when you with your person.
You don't even think, like, you don't, it's like when you get around, well, when I get around my parents, like,
yeah, because I say whatever I want to my parents.
Right. But they cool like that.
Yeah, they are cool. No, it's not a disrespect thing. But it's like, they want me to be honest.
But you and y'all know I can let it fly with the best of them. But when I'm around my mom, I don't even think about. It's not even like I'm actively like mentally cold switching.
Yeah.
I just don't even think. It's unconscious. Like I don't use the same. Like you said, I don't use the same language around my homies that I do my parents. And it's just a respect thing. It's not something that you have to work through or have to think about. And that's what we talking about. Like, it's just when you really respect the woman as a man, it's certain things you don't even think about saying to her. So it was very clear from her own receipts that Zach was never in a relationship with you.
Never.
Like, he never went.
It was such clout chasing. It turned and I've lived a full life, okay? And I've never in my life experienced anything like that. And what it told me is that these young girls, they so hell-bent on being seen. Imagine that.
So, we're seeing it much more now, and I think
it's disgusting.
I think we're seeing it much more now too because they see example. They see, somebody like that or other women get.
She might not even know who the hell that is, child. I might have aged myself.
Maybe so. But we see now where because everybody has a platform, they'll bring you on. She doing interviews on you. She doing podcast interviews, and she doing here because now they're like the one girl who just dropped the dime on said that Trey Songz was pissing on her. I
don't even want to talk about Trey Songz. I'm not ready.
But it's not about. This is less about Trey Songz and about less about Trey Songz and about the culture of today, right?
Yes.
She's doing the equivalent of a book tour, going around to different interviews and podcasters and bloggers telling them how Trey Songz pissed on her. Like she's on a world tour, and she's not even saying it from a Me Too stance. She just likes the attention. You could tell when people say, "Tell us about the story," she lights up like she wrote a book about it. She ain't even, you know what I mean? So I think this is the culture that we're in, unfortunately, where everybody, the mistresses and the side chicks and it's so salacious. Everybody want that TMZ, that clickbait. And so now you have women aspiring just to be the clickbait. They just want to be the side chick so I can tell a story about how I used to sleep with Tristan Thompson or Trey Songz or whoever.
Even that. Oh, don't get me started on
it's
that.
A lot.
We need to start talking more about pop culture.
We will.
But let me say this, and I want to leave all of our women viewers with this. You are always the prize. And if you walk through life like that, you don't have to show up in spaces this way. Because there is something to, and my mother always said, like, you got to be a nun when you leave them and a virgin when you meet them. Okay? He ain't got to know, you ain't got to tell everybody what you've been through. All right? And you don't have, it's not everybody business who you dealing with, how you dealing with him. Imagine going online and telling people that this man called you over to suck his,
with no problem, happily.
It's something genuinely wrong with that. And I really want us to get to a space where we're like really recognizing that if every woman required that a man have $50,000 in the bank and a home before they slept with him, the housing market would be through the motherfucking roof.
That's a fact.
I want to leave y'all with that. I really want y'all to let that sink in, because the reality is that we are such a reflection of the people we allow to enter us. It's a lot of energy being passed, okay? And you got to know that. So when he a nasty dog, he a whore, he this, he that, I guess it's time to look at me. Okay? And that's all I'm gonna say. All right, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you beautiful mother jumpers later.
Peace.